That's very unfair. Very, very unfair.
In the year 2025 and in the month of December, the 30th day in the month of December 2025. I mean, just a day to go to the next year, 2026. You're welcome aboard still the Morning Express right here on 98.3 FM. My name is Tʀᴇ Psalsoye. Without further ado, because of a time, it's interesting and effective enough to get you updated, bring you up to speed as regards what's going on and updates we have in the stories and the issues we have in our dailies, the front pages of our newspapers, the Punch, the Vanguard, the Guardian newspaper, and of course in the bellies of them this morning. So we'll run as fast as we can this morning so we can cover a significant number of stories. Also join the conversation via Radio Garden. Just download the Radio Garden app, or you can also listen via with the stories we have in our dailies this morning. Good morning, Said Fuad.
Lady Mo, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Hope you had a restful night. Did it rain?
Yes.
Did it rain there too, where you are?
No.
It didn't rain.
No.
It rained very early this morning, actually.
Well, it happens, I think people will tell you that rains at the later part of the year comes in, it doesn't really like rain everywhere. You have them in beat by beat.
Beat by beat, yeah.
Location, so it might just be that again. Who posted yesterday that this is looking like the 1st December without Harmattan, real Harmattan.
Yes.
So first with the rain, and then you see December without us witnessing proper Harmattan season. Who knows?
Right.
Climate change,
Climate
or
change.
global warming.
Right forward to
Thank you for
print
having
in the papers on 98.3 FM. I'm Tʀᴇ Psalsoye once again. And just quickly, aside for a lot of things, media parley to the issue of tax reform, which is going to kickstart tomorrow. It shouldn't commence January 1st. But let's kickstart from that unfortunate incident that happened. Narrowly escaped death, Said Fuad. It was horrible. It was very, very horrible. Eyewitnesses said that the accident occurred at about 11 a.m., right, just before Danko fueling station. People have come out to blame traffic officers. I think some even said that there was a station of the driver. That was it, a foreigner that was the driver. And, it raised concern that, it might not, if it were to be here and there, of course, we have condolences being sent by many, even the president writes. It was quite horrible. 2 died instantly on the spot. And I don't know. I just don't want to think about it. Just while I was coming to the office, I even saw a collision. An eyewitness told me this morning that he saw the motorboy beside the driver flew. Literally flew out of the truck.
I think a lot of Nigerians had accident yesterday. I think it's been very traumatic having to go through. I've suddenly made everybody what you can call when something happens for everybody to bring out their smartphone, record and put out there. Again, you can't blame people because they are not really aware of the consequences. They haven't been aware that something has happened before. Those things have been put out on social media, if you understand. Because again, while you are happy to quickly get to an accident scene, to record a video of what has happened and put on social media, the families of those involved may not have this information on social media. I think, was it the case of this basketballer that died too with the daughter? And
Jota,
then,
yes.
Not even Jota,
that's the football.
And there was this thing about even holding traditional media to account as to why they had to announce that accident before information. Even they notified the family of what has happened. You understand? So what you do is to report the incident, but not in details until when you are sure that the immediate family.
Right. You never can even tell the condition of the family member before getting the news.
That's on one part. The other part is that I think it's very important. Friends, we were with him. I think his friends and associates, 2 of them. I think maybe it's one of them coming to Nigeria for the first time from the reports we have of the videos that are now circulating on social media. We are praying that the families of these individuals have enough speedy recovery. We are hoping that he gets back on his feet as soon as we are told that he's very witnessing such a scene, the trauma that comes to mind. We're praying that, look, he's able to really get back to his normal self, and hoping that, he gets all the needed support to really get back on his feet and keep going in life. Now, the reason why everybody's talking about this one is because this Anthony Joshua. What happened to Anthony Joshua of the country almost on a daily basis?
And the ones that are not even spoken about.
And we just report them and move on to Joshua yesterday. These are things that happen to ordinary Nigerians almost on a day. Happy to demarket Nigeria. Oh, we see that accident that happened in other places. Maybe there was the issue of the Gujota that happened and died. What's the big deal about accident? I said, look, you see these modern day patriots that will not allow us talk. I pity them. The neighbor is burying his own dead. To the man that is not affected, the dead body that is being carried away looks like a log of wood. You understand?
Right.
Because it's 괏ɪᴜ. So and this is what we are saying. Look, accidents can happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Accidents can happen. It is just the way life is. That of yesterday was as a result of reckless driving. And I think from everything you have, you can see that behind the wheel, whoever that person was clearly reckless and completely man of the road. I think you have complete 5 lanes. It's big enough, wide enough. And it's not the most narrow enough lanes. I'm sure that's the section of the road that you can stay in. On the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, we have 4 to 5 people whose brain is working properly as a driver to overtake, navigate, and do whatever you want to do, no matter how reckless. And if you look at the impact, again, it's not midnight. So the situation maybe visually it wasn't seen properly because it was night, and you can say maybe there was no street light or something. Or what turn off and then to put him behind the wheels. That's number one. So clearly, we don't need even the road safety if you do it. That's number one. Then we now go to the part of what you call response to an emergency accident on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, whether collusion, tanker on the stretch of the exit from Lagos, Kara, let us even say from Bega, Kara, down to the inside, considered today the busiest road in the whole of Nigeria.
We are with the frequent accident that
people that have lost their lives, and severally we have called for. It is so sad that when anything happens on that stretch of road, we wait for Lagos State. They really don't want to take ownership of anything that happens on that stretch of road. So a lot of times when something happens, Lagos was sending ambulance to Makun in Ogun State. We recommend to send firefighters to Ogun State. There's no ambulance service. The only one you have, at least that I'm aware of now, the road has been for years. Again, Ogun State is called the gateway city for a reason. That road is the busiest because the commercial now center of the country, Lagos. That is the major entry and exit point. It does not have a functional emergency response unit, service, station, anywhere on that road. These are things we have said, we've called for, we've repeated, we've talked about. It's not rocket science. So when you say accidents happen in other parts of the world, yes, you know that Anthony Joshua was also badly hurt. Thank God he had minor injuries. That he was also badly hurt in that car, but from what you saw yesterday.
I don't
understand what I'm saying. Because when you see,
maybe heavenly
you think they love the country more than every one of us, and I just laugh because and actually nobody is immune, nobody is safe. For that event, for that thing to have happened, for how many? And I've seen people say people did not wait. He's been busy twisting things. He's been busy. Those are the modern day savior of Nigeria. When you are
the interest attached.
Again, we know there are people of no principle, no conviction, so we understand them. That the accident. You know we're on radio, and I'll just leave the matter. See service on that stretch of road, ambulance services, firefighters. Yes, you understand.
Any equipment, even there's no trouble.
Another thing is that why can't we have what you can call an accident emergency medical facility to Baghdad, to last week, or sometimes they rush them to. Again, I really don't know whether anybody even trusts the hospitals in the state. Because a lot of times see people being rushed back to Lagos. In fact,
some very concerning, very critical concerns, right, about this issue. I mean, there are some loopholes, not necessarily eradicate totally, but at least it will minimize to the barest minimum.
These things are not rocket science. There's nothing.
Right.
It's just because there's nobody who is committed, who is intentional about it. The question is, who are the people who are really committed to these things about the welfare, safety, and the life of the people?
Lives of the people. Well, aside for it, which can come in several ways. After the Christmas U.S. airstrike, we're getting reports of movement by armed groups into other areas. The chairman of the Traditional Council in Gwe looks in some communities after the attack, citing or leaders in Tangaza, Gudu, and part of Ilila in Sokoto State also said that there had been noticeable dislocation and more was to remote forest corridors, while others were believed to be attempting to cross into it. And also, according to some senior military officials, which they also spoke during interview with the media reporters, they had said that troops, first it is the dislocation, right? The airstrike had happened, relocating to other areas. That's on one side. The second issue is the deployment of U.S. troops. According to retired, who advised the government on possible next of steps when it was asked, giving their opinion about that. A former senior officer said that he does not support the deployment of U.S. soldiers on Nigerian soil, warning that such a move have serious legal diplomacy would be profound. While some also argued the fact that, well, it is a welcome idea, right? Supported closer security cooperation with the U.S., saying that collaboration among countries was right. And the third issue is the issue of the specific arrangement. I mean, specific collaboration, yes, agreement. Then what do I stand to gain? What are the specific, agreement deal, so to say? So these are the three concerns raised, according to the Punch newspaper. Aside for it, quickly.
We have no clear indications of any concrete collaboration. When you say concrete, yes, I think the only thing that we can work with, especially the information that we have, share some information with the U.S. military. To what extent that has helped with this strike by the U.S., nobody can say, even though if, some of these displaced, armed. One of the things I said was that, look, it would be nice to see the Nigerian military now begin to do what I call a cleanup. Those who were not hit by the strikes, it's a message to them. They want to relocate. They might want to really begin to dissolve into our community, station themselves at a point where they can begin to do some cleanup and follow up, what you can call follow-up strikes. You can even have follow-up strikes. You could get follow-up attacks. And again, not enough police to finish these guys, get them out of our country, terminate them completely. That's the goal. The era of kinetic or non-kinetic does not. These guys, whether they are going to be boots on the ground from the U.S. government. Again, because again, we have a situation where information management is a bit after that U.S. strike, that we've not gotten anything tangible for you talking at the same time. So sometimes you are even confused about what really to hold on to. One thing I think people must understand is that, look, when it comes to the issue of sovereignty, the world superpowers are fast changing the idea of what you can call sovereignty. You have countries invading other countries now, or the security of our allies and friends. So on that basis, you have these invasions happen again, cancelling out what we used to know in international politics as sovereignty. You understand? If the UN can cry from now till tomorrow, these countries still do what they want to do. What Russia has done to Ukraine, does this respect the sovereignty of? In fact, they will tell you that they are doing this because of their own national security. Right. As we speak now, there are military drills that are being conducted by China on the waters around Taiwan. You understand what I'm saying? They've had parties in Yemen, in Syria, in Qatar. Negotiations were ongoing to end the war in Gaza with Hamas leaders. Israel attacked them while in another man's soil. And because nobody seems to respect anything called sovereignty again, people just do what they want to do. So don't be surprised that, look, it's going to stop them. Nothing can stop them.
So what diplomatic consequences will that pose? Because
the diplomatic consequences that you will talk, they will do what they want to do.
Wow.
Nothing can happen.
Anyways, people
that's why I'm saying that we don't know the level of collaboration. It's going to be a problem in Somalia. The recognition of Somaliland by Israel.
Right.
It's already Israel having a military base in Somaliland. Again, there's a lot of conversations around why they want to do that. Oh, it's about control of access to the Red Sea from Indian Ocean. So international politics and international...
Well, more people are concerned about, especially the silence. We don't know what the collaboration is all about. The CSOs
that's what I'm saying. So
raising alarm.
Let's just be prepared that anything can happen.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. The Guardian newspaper had even mentioned about the CSO raising alarm over what they call endangered sovereignty and fuel.
Where is our president today?
President has gone to...
Where now?
You talk...
Has gone to Europe for Abu Dhabi. Is Abu Dhabi in Europe? Where is Europe?
I don't know.
Which country is called Europe?
I don't know.
We don't even know for sure where Nigerian president is today, as of today, because the only information they give to us that it's going to Europe. Where is Europe? Can anybody tell me what you mean by Europe? That part is that there are people who are still defending this. So there are still Nigerians who think it does not matter. There are still Nigerians who are still sentimental about this.
Trends in the papers, it is Said Fuad on mainland 98.3 FM. I need to reiterate that. Just do the oil sector and talk about the fuel marketers confirming that the Port Harcourt refining company has supplied them. This indicated that the marketers have lifted up to 3,150 trucks of diesel in the past 7 months since the plant stopped producing.
What's supposed to do with this information?
I don't know.
I don't know. That a refinery that we spend billions of dollars.
That the former NNPC had told us that he's going to start
that he's just 15 trucks of diesel. Only diesel. So what are we supposed to do with that information? What are we supposed to do with that information?
That happened the 1st January of the next year, because we still say we have the opposition to the implementation of Nigeria's newly enacted tax laws, intensive suspension of their rollouts. While the FCT High Court had ordered accelerated hearing in a suit challenging the authenticity and proposed commencement of the legislation in January. I don't even know, and reviewing of what the National Assembly had signed and the gazetted copy, right? And according to The Guardian as well, an article to it mentioning that legal challenge threatens new tax regime ahead of January 1, 2026 takeoff. That's going to reject the unjust tax system, right? Ahead of the January 1st implementation, the NLC had vowed to...
It's a very, very simple thing that ordinarily should not have led into what you call minority caucus are also talking... Yeah. What are we talking about here, Lɪධᴇ? There was a tax law that was so contentious, executive tax bill that came from the executive, that we needed to reform, and according to them, to make it even make life better for the poor and vulnerable in the country.
Yes.
There was a lot of, after public hearing, in fact, we formed a committee of experts led by the tax experts. We paid them 5 billion from public funds to do the job, make recommendations. So that's why there's a problem in this country, even though we are so delusional about some of these things and that we just want to forgive ourselves. So eventually their own work too, and eventually came up with an harmonized version of this law, 4 of them. And they passed it, and then did what? They transmitted it to the president. The president signed it into law. For us to now gazette it, which is the final lap of the entire thing, a lawmaker now told us, this take us this long for us to know whether anything was altered or not.
Oh, not. It released I don't understand.
So you see that there's a problem in this country, back and forth. And the reason why I will not be too excited about NANS and NLC is that, look, that was the same noise they made when they were going to accountability, transparency. Can we just check? Very simple thing. The harmonized version. that you signed into law, can we get a certified true copy and check it against the gazetted copy?
Simple.
And check whether there are alterations gazetted when we have not confirmed whether there are alterations
or not. Simple. Someone raised the concern.
Is that a silent admission?
Fan first. Release this thing and let us see.
Because it's a very simple thing, very simple thing. The rule is that, look, even if the National Assembly,
yes, so that's what the Constitution says.
It is not for anybody to tamper and alter anything. So why are we in a situation where to check whether the way they talk, they just keep all those ones we understand. We are not done in here. What we are saying is that a law of that nature, consequential to the lives of Nigerians, cannot at this stage begin to fail integrity test of alteration and forgery.
Well, what are we getting from the federal government?
Altered what? At what point? Was it altered or not? Why is it so difficult for us to even get the Senate, the National Assembly, to do the right thing?
I really wish we can have more time to talk about this.
Shall you see the dangers of having a rubber stamp assembly? See, we're on radio, baby. We're on radio. And when you read that, and the respect for the rule of law. They are so myopic, they are so limited, so confined.
Right. We'll extend this conversation. Our time is fast spent. We need to go. Just for information's sake, yesterday, I mean, maybe it was around restoration is going on anyway. That's according to, it's across board.
You know, for the better part of yesterday now, whether you're on band A or band B or whatever band you think you belong to, there was no light. The grid collapsed again.
Collapse.
Mr. Adelabu is busy looking for that's the most paramount thing in his mind now. Whereas the grid is collapsing. Up till now, despite band A people paying through their notes, we have not moved. Mega was the same way Adelabu was saying all manner of things. Once we do band A.
Said we have to go. Thank you very much. It's quite unfortunate. We were unable to talk about
with the words or the idea of one of our elders.
Let me give you a few minutes when we come back for main focus.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.